Today I have this Dollar Tree mason jar, and I'm removing the metal star at the top as I want to use it later on in my project. And I'm also removing the hanger. I flipped it over and I am starting with Wise Owl Gray Primer so that the cardboard does not bleed through. I have this unfinished coaster, which was a perfect shape for me to pencil out a square section at the top left, and I am filling that in with Bowie from Wise Owl. And the remainder of the space, avoiding the top, I am filling in with Republic Red by Wise Owl, and I gave that 2 coats, along with the Bowie was also 2 coats. I'm going to leave the top of the mason jar, the gray primer, as I felt like it all blended well together. I gave it a good sanding, and I found this distressed star stencil at Michael's. And using a dabber and a paper towel to dry my paint off with, so I have a nice dry dabber, I'm applying Antique Villa. And you want a very dry application. Once that was dry, I found this thinner blue tape, and it was acting funky right from the beginning. I think it had gotten wet, and it wasn't really sticking that well, but I had no other tape, and I really needed this thinner tape, so I'm going to make the best of it. And I have a little tip when you are doing stripes, if you're going to be using a brush, especially if you feel that you don't have good adhesion with your tape. So as you can see, I am using every other tape to help me mark out my stripes without having to measure, and they come out pretty straight. And again, my adhesion's horrible. So this is the tip. You're going to take your brush, and you're going to start in the tape and pull away from the seam. So here I'm going to start from the bottom and swipe up, and then I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to start inside the tape and swipe down. This way I know that I'm not pushing the paint up under that tape, especially knowing that it does not have good adhesion and I don't have a good secure edge. And I basically did this practice all the way through my jar, starting in the tape and moving down, or starting in the tape and moving up, and then one clean swipe across, and just avoiding that edge with the paint. I did do 2 coats. And now you want to remove your tape. And under the circumstances, it came out pretty well. I have that one spot that bled, and I just fixed that with a little bit of paint. And once everything dried, I gave everything a really good sanding. And now I am applying Wise Owl 1 Hour Enamel Clear. I purchased this stencil from Studio R12, and it says I Love Us. And I am applying black paint using a dabber. And one of the reasons that I did put a coat of the 1 Hour Enamel Clear on first is because I knew I was going to be dealing with black paint. And if I had any mistakes, it would have wiped right off. If I did not put the clear coat on and I made a mistake, it would have just embedded into that white paint and there was be no turning back. I did connect my letters and I added the jute at the top. I did not adhere the star as of yet. I just laid it there. Didn't want to forget that I wanted to adhere it. And I put a final coat of the 1 Hour enamel all over the stripes, stars, and stencil. I used E6000 to apply my star at the top near my jute. And now you have this cute little mason jar Americana I Love Us plaque for a wall or your front door. Hope you enjoyed this video. All paint products can be found at chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you.